So what's up? It's your boy Wes. This ain't gonna be a long live video, but I just wanted to talk about Euphoria season 3 because I don't know, I feel like this season gets so much hate, which is kind of I feel like this shit is forced. Does the season have some flaws? I mean, yeah, to some degree. But people pretend like the first two seasons of Euphoria didn't have flaws. I mean, shit, a lot of people didn't like the first two seasons of Euphoria. Well, I ain't gonna say a lot of people, but most people, 50% of most people didn't like the first two seasons. You know, they was complaining about this. Oh, why is the characters being sexualized? Why is this going on? Why are they doing this? It's like you can't win with these people. You know, and the thing about Euphoria, I don't even think it's glorifying sex, drugs, and you know, exploiting teenagers, even though the actors on the show are adults playing teenager roles. But I think this show is showing a cautionary tale of this world we living in and how, you know, some people have good lives. Some people have a no happy ending, like the character Rue, played by Zendaya. She fucking overdosed. Because she got tricked by Alamo, the nigga Alamo, cause she found out that he found out that Rue was working with the DEA. You know, cause bitch ass Maddie had to run her little dick sucking mouth. So I mean, he already kind of suspected Rue was working with the feds because his character he don't trust women and shit. And I like how they explain his backstory, why he is what he is, why he's the character he is because of, the shit that happened when he was a childhood and how his mom was going around manipulating men and all this other shit. She was a manipulator. So it was a lot of trauma that he experienced and he became the character he is now, owning a damn sex club and pimping out women and shit. Kind of like a pimp in a way. I feel like his character is based on a pimp. I forgot the pimp's name. I forgot his name, man. Shit. I think it's Slim something. I don't know. He's like an old school pimp in the 1970s. He wrote a damn book like basically saying the whole pimp shit was is not a life to be. He wrote a book, basically telling people not to be a pimp. Um, I for, I forgot the nigga's name. Is it Iceberg Slim or something? I think it is. I don't know. Iceberg Slim or some shit. I don't know. But he was a pimp that wrote a book. And he was telling people like why the pimp lifestyle ain't what it is. Cause in movies and TV shows and music, rap music, they be glorifying that shit. Oh, I'm gonna pimp these hoes and shit. And yeah, I think his name was Iceberg Slim. I don't know. Don't quote me, but yeah, Alamo's character is based on that dude. So I mean, I like that how they explain his backstory. But like, yeah, that dude's a piece of shit, man. Nigga gave Rue the fake drugs. Um, because Rue thought she was taking, because at first he took the pill and he was like, take these pills, it helps my back. And Rue took the first pill, and that was the real pill. That was the non-lace pill. And then when she went home and went to Ali's place, the Muslim dude, she took the fake pills and she fucking overdosed. That's why she was having all them damn. That's why she was hallucinating, because in the episode she thought she was gonna she thought she was chasing after Fez, the character Fez, cause spoilers, he's in prison, after the end of season 2. He was the actor was supposed to be in season 3, but he passed away and shit. Angus Cloud, he passed away, and you know, his character, Sam Levinson, how he did his tribute for Fez. He didn't want to kill his character off. He couldn't bring himself to kill him off, so he just said, "Hey, his character is in prison for like 30 years," and he was mentioned here and there in the season. Rue had like a phone conversation. I think my only critique with this season, I didn't like how they did Fez. Now I will say the final episode, the way they did the tribute was perfect. But I mean, like in the early episodes of this season, I didn't like how they made it seem like Rue was talking to him on the phone. I thought it could have been executed better. It was kind of, I ain't gonna say it was in poor taste, but it should have been executed a little bit more. But that's just one critique with this season. I feel like some of the characters on the show, Rue's mother was only there. She only had little scenes. You know what I'm saying? I thought she was gonna play a big part, big role in the season. She only had her role was kind of minimalist. She was like there a few seasons in the flashback, well, not flashback, the dream sequence. When we all thought Rue was seeing her mom, because she was going around chasing Fez, because she thought Fez broke out of prison, and then like she was going back to you know the place where her and Fez met at that damn shop, from season 1. She saw a hallucination of Jews, from season 1, cause her and Jews used to deal with each other. This season they ain't really deal with each other as much, and Jews is a cold bitch, man. Like for her to treat Rue like that, not even just not even just her, like just a bunch of characters on the show. Cassie, uh what's the chick's name? Alexi. She was fucking that bitch. She was hella judgmental, and she was just going around judging people. And she was a super religious freak this season. She was probably the most annoying character in this season. Alexi's character, played by um Jude Apatow's daughter. I forgot her name. The actress Jude Apatow's daughter, whatever her damn name is. But yeah, it was a crazy episode, man. Especially, Rue passing away. That shit hit me because I have a family member that recently died from overdose. And that shit was laced, you know what I'm saying? And this person died the same similar fashion, the character Rue died. So it definitely hit home for me. Considering, I lost my family member to this shit. Um, I mean, like I said, I don't understand the hate this season gets. I mean, does this season have its flaws? Yes, but I feel like it's a real cautionary tale on real life. You got some people, they're addicted to drugs and they're able to break the addiction. Some people, they don't get a second chance, and some people overdose. I mean, it's art imitating life. You know what I'm saying? I guess people don't like that shit because it puts a mirror on what be going on in life. I feel like the show is an honest, realistic portrayal of not just, especially with the first 2 seasons, how they portrayed high school and shit. Because a lot of TV shows try to do it, like Degrassi. Degrassi's a cool show. 13 Reasons Why. You have other TV shows that try to tackle the life of high school, but I just feel like them shows, while though they were, they did the best they could, but they didn't do the perfect thing like Euphoria. I'll say the only form a medium that tackles, being a kid or a teenager that's doing crazy, wild shit. I would say the movie Kids. That movie Kids, that came out in 1995. Me and my homie Jay did like a review on that movie. I don't know if that video's still up on my channel, but like, I feel like the TV show Euphoria is like the modern day Kids. That movie Kids. You know, um, I forgot the damn director's name. I don't know. I feel like the TV show Euphoria is like a modern day Kids. It's like a modern day Kids, but it's like a TV show version of Kids. Because when Kids first came out, it was not well received because of the real depiction of these teenagers doing wild shit. And I believe there was a yeah, there was a rape scene in the movie and shit. So I feel like Euphoria is like a modern day Kids. But yeah, this show is a real cautionary tale of like, what be going on. And I like this season. I like how this season was different. It had a different style compared to the first two seasons. This season was more like a Western Quentin Tarantino ish. Um, the characters are adults now. They're not in high school. So the choices that they made in high school where they was able to get away and shit, like the character Nate. You know, it took me a while to get used to Nate's character in season three because his character was completely different from the first two seasons. Because if you watch the first two seasons of Nate, was this ruthless ass school bully. Nigga was going around bullying people, lying on people, blackmailing people. He blackmailed Jews. Like that nigga was just a fuck nigga. You know what I'm saying? The nigga Nate Jacobs, that nigga was a fuck nigga. But in this season, like he basically it's like they did a 180 on his character. I mean, this season takes 5 years after season two, so people don't understand in 5 years. A person can change in 5 years. 5 years is a long fucking time. You know, especially like when you get out of high school, right? Because I'm 27, right? It's been I'm trying to think. I graduate in 2018. That's like 8 years. So a lot has changed in that span of time. People move away. Some people grow apart. Some people pass away. Or some people, they remain connected. You know, things could change in fucking 5 years. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like this season was a great, honest, honest depiction of life, basically. Now, was like I said, did this season have some flaws? Yeah. Did some characters that had a big role in first two seasons they didn't show up, like Rue's sister? But I heard the actress, she didn't want to be on the new season anymore. And I know the character, I know the actress that played Kat. I forgot her damn name. She didn't want to be in Euphoria season three, and I think her character had, there was not much they could do with the character. I felt like because I think she was saying like her and Sam Levinson agreed like there's not much that could have been done with the character. Like her character ran her course, so they written her character off. Um, Rue's sister, I forgot her name. Played by Stormy Reed. She wasn't in this season, but she was there in the dream sequence. When Rue was having a dream sequence about her childhood and events from season one. When she was dying and shit. Because at that time we thought it was real. We didn't realize she was dying. Well, I mean, I don't know. I knew. I mean, that's the thing. I knew she was gonna die in the finale. I thought she was either gonna get killed by Alamo or Lori's people. I didn't know that she was gonna overdose. I mean, it does fit her character. You know what I'm saying? Because throughout the whole show, she was battling with drug addiction. Even though she done got clean this season sober, but it does fit her character. It's very consistent, but I don't know. I just don't get the hate that this season gets. A lot of people felt like this season was kind of all over the place. I mean, it's Euphoria. This show has always been messy. I don't know. See, that's the thing. People be trying to pretend like the first two seasons, like this show has always been messy. It's a real cautionary tale of what goes on in the real world. They just did it in a high school setting, but this show has always been fucking messy. Like people online was talking about, oh, this season, was messy. You know, it's all over the place. It's not written properly because they're showing this, they're showing sex scenes, and it's just shock value. I'm just like, what is these people talking about? And then they didn't like the whole Cassie being on OnlyFans. I think played by Sydney Sweeney, the actress Sydney Sweeney played Cassie. This season she was being an OnlyFans. I mean, like I said, it's an honest depiction of real life. I don't know. I just think people just don't like a mirror holding on to to themselves, so they just, I don't know, find ways to nitpick. But I thought the season was pretty good, and personally, this is just my honest, unpopular opinion. I feel like as time goes, I feel like season three of Euphoria will get appreciated now. Cause see, right now it's not appreciated because it's the popular thing to bash this new season. Cause people want to regurgitate the same shit. They want to say they want to pretend and say that this season is terrible, so they can sound smart, and they want to regurgitate what another person say. But I feel like as time goes, this season will definitely be appreciated as time goes. Like it's one of those what you call it, cult following movie shows where it's not well received when it first aired, but give it time. It's gonna be praised later. But I really enjoyed the season. It's a shame that Euphoria is done, but it's for the best. You know what I'm saying? It's for the best, and I thought the last episode was really good. I like I like the fact that Ali avenged for Rue. Because Rue was like his almost like his daughter, but she's not her biological, daughter, but she's like a daughter figure. You know what I'm saying? And I like that she adopted Rue as his own. Like, I thought that was cool because at the end he went to go join the white family that Rue um was a part of in the beginning of the episode before she went back to California to go you know work with Lori and Alamo. I like how Rue, I'm sorry, not Rue, what's his name? Ollie. I like how his character met up with them, and he told her that she's in a better place and shit. And that he was praying with the white family and shit. And then they had Rue appeared and like appeared like almost like hallucination shit. Like she was like a ghost and shit. But yeah, I thought the episode was good. And this is kind of too early to say. I think Euphoria might have the best ending out of any TV show as far as series finales. But I don't know. It's kind of, I don't want to put that out in the atmosphere because that's like kind of too early to say. Cause I don't want to be prisoner of the moment. So it's like it's kind of too early to say. But I really dig this episode, and I really dig this whole season. Cause it's crazy. Like before I even um before I even watched the season, I had no plans like watching it because I saw that it was getting bad reviews and people were shitting on it. So I was like, I'm not gonna check this shit out. But I'm glad I didn't listen to the reviews and credits because a lot of these reviews and credits, man, they be bought. And you know what I'm saying? They be biased as hell. So I'm glad I checked it out and just had an open mind. But yeah, I really enjoyed this season. But that's it for the video. There's not really much else to say. I just wanted to talk about the shit. So yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think of the season and peace.